Good morning! I'm here off 7 Highway, just before the Lily Mountain Trailhead. And that big old thing up there is Twin Sisters. That's what we're going for today. Alright folks, and we're up here. Twin Sisters Trailhead. And there are a few cars already up here. I hear another one pulling up. But I can't blame them. This is an amazing hike. This is going to be one of the best bang for the buck hikes there are. I mean, the summit up here is just mind-blowing. One of the best views ever of Long's Peak. And here's a tip if you're going to come do Twin Sisters. Don't keep going up the road right here. You're going to have a bad time. Make sure you cut it off to the left. And this is the official start. It says the trail's 3.7 miles. However, some of those switchbacks have gotten wiped out with the flood, and it's a little more direct, so the distance is going to be a little shorter. And then this sign says 3.9. So this says 3.9. The trailhead sign says 3.7. My National Geographic map says 3.2. But either way, it's not a hard hike. Looking at about a 6:55 start time. This trail is so nice. Whoever built this thing did a great job. It's graded real nice, got some pretty easy steps along the way. It just gets you up there quick. That's going to be our first epic view of Mount Meeker and Long's Peak. I'm just going to tell you guys right now, the higher we go, the better the views get. Twin Sisters is unique in that it's located within the Rocky Mountain National Park, but it's like this little island of the Rocky Mountain National Park. And the trail kind of bounces in and out of Roosevelt National Forest and the Rocky Mountain National Park. So it's kind of weird. That's why it was closed during the lockdown, because it was actually part of the park. Approaching the first washed out section, and I believe this occurred in 2013. And this is the part right here that wiped out a bunch of those real nice and easy switchbacks. But let me tell you, when this first happened, getting across this part was a free-for-all. These steps that they put in are relatively new and fantastic. Makes it so much easier. Just hit the first switchback, and normally this would extend out straight back across to where the washed out section is. However, it's just gone. So instead, the trail just goes straight up right here. And it's a lot steeper. This part through here was also just a free-for-all after the initial flood. But in the past few years, they've done a really good job of fixing this. So much better. We're almost to the top of the washed out section. And this is another spot where the trail would have normally gone across and been pretty flat and easy. But right after the flood happened, before these steps were here, this was like just a mad dash up a dirt hill. It was pretty savage. You almost had to use your hands to try and pull yourself up. It was real steep. They put these steps in now. This is fantastic. It's still pretty gnarly through this section. Pretty steep, but it's so much better than how it was. They've actually made a trail. And it is time, folks. I'm busting out the brand new hiking poles. Those things are tiny. They fit in my backpack and they don't even weigh a pound. And boom, just like that, hiking poles are assembled, ready to go. Starting to pick up more snow. I'm hoping this is just a temporary thing, and once we get up on that exposed section, it's all melted. I think it will be. Decisions here. We got about a quarter mile of snow, or we could try and go up this way here and probably get more snow. I think I've made my decision, and that ain't it. Let's try this. Kind of glad I came this way. Look at this view. And I believe we are going to run into some snow right here. And just to show you how deep this snow is up here, about that deep. And just at the top of that snow, it wasn't a very long section, just really steep, and these poles helped a lot. But we're back on the trail, and I think that's the end of the snow. We're about ready to break tree line, and this is all pretty sunny up here. I've been hiking about an hour and a half, and I'm up here to the final section. That's going to be the top right up there. You can see the tower. That's looking down onto Lion Head and Pearson Mountain. That's where I was a week ago. And we're up on the saddle, Twin Sisters Peaks. And let's go get this one first. And we're up here, folks. Twin Sisters West Peak. Right over there, that's the South Sister, aka Twin Sisters Mountain. I mean, technically the whole thing is the mountain. It's just the more popular part, the part that everybody goes to, that's called the Twin Sisters Peaks. Been sitting up here on the West Twin Sisters Peak for a few minutes. Well, I'm going to head on down and start working my way over to the South Sister. I'm back down to the saddle. It's about 9 o'clock in the morning, and I'm going to start making my way over there to the South Sister. And as you can see, I've got a big old drop in front of me. I believe we're looking at roughly another mile and like 500 feet elevation gain. It's getting pretty radical through here. I don't want to break my brand new poles, so I'm going to go ahead and stick them in the backpack. And they're in there. Let's continue on. I'm not sure if I can get through that little area right there. I might have to go down and around. I don't know, we'll see. Let's go check it out. Let's take it straight along this wall. See what happens. That looks pretty good. We're almost to that notch. I'm gonna see if I can get down the other side, or if it's just like a straight cliff. I don't know. Never been up here before. Alright guys, I'm in the notch, and I'm thinking it's looking okay. I believe I can get down here. I can work with this right here. This doesn't look too bad. I'm just going to come down straight here, hook it on around, and up to the top. This is pretty rowdy back here. It's going to take me a minute just to hike back up to where I was at. I've come down pretty far. But this is looking good, folks. I'm right where I want to be. Check out the cairn. We're getting there. That's going to be cool. I cannot wait to get to the top of that. Just keep hugging it to the left as far as you can and stay as high up as you can. I mean, this is looking real good. We're going to keep it high right here. Take it right on over. Whereas if I would have went down at the beginning, I would have to be hiking up out of there right now. And that doesn't look like much fun. And that's what I like to see. We're so close. And the rest of the way looks pretty easy. And that is going to be the summit. Twin Sisters Mountain, aka the South Sister. We are up here, folks. Yes! South Sister Summit, Twin Sisters Mountain. It took me about 45 minutes from the saddle of Twin Sisters Peaks to get down and back up and over here. My goodness, the views today are unbelievable. I'm just guessing that's going to take a little longer to get down and back up over to the Twin Sisters Peaks, because those are just a little bit higher. My goodness, that was pretty savage. So much fun though. I can't even express to you guys how fun that is. It's basically what I live for. Wow, this is so beautiful today. You can see literally every single surrounding mountain. It's just unbelievable. Twin Sisters is really prominent. You can see this thing from everywhere, and therefore you can see everything from the top of it. You can literally see almost all the mountains in the Rocky Mountain National Park. You can see from Signal Mountain just all the way around to Long's Peak, Meeker. You see down to the Indian Peaks. It's just amazing. And then this is looking out over Estes Park and Lake Estes. And up on the horizon there to the left, you got Signal Mountain. The pointy one to the right is Lookout Mountain. And that's looking out over the Indian Peaks. I believe I can see Copeland Mountain off to the right. I can see Paiute Peak, Audubon. That's a really beautiful shot over into the direction of the Rocky Mountain National Park. And those three green bumps in the foreground, starting right to left, you're gonna have Thunder Peak, Lightning Peak, and then Estes Cone. All right, folks, it's almost 10:30. I've been sitting up here for about 45 minutes, but it's time to go. It's time to head on back. This is going to be just as much fun going back the other direction. So far, so good. I believe that is going to be the way. When you're coming back down, you'll notice this notch right here. That's actually too high. You don't want to be up there. You'd rather come down this side of it and then loop it around. It's a little tricky coming out of those trees. Getting close. Almost up there. And then I gotta go hit the East Twin Sisters Peak to complete the trifecta. To my surprise, this only took about 45 minutes to get over here. And I'm already part way up the Eastern Twin Sisters Peak. It's actually right behind me. I only have a little more to go and I'll be up there. Look at that cool shadow right now. This is about all I got left to get up on the summit of the East Twin Sisters Peak. And that's going to be the highest point. We have made it up here to the summit of the Twin Sisters East Peak. It looks like we got the summit Marmot up here. However, I've spent a few minutes up here on the East Twin Sisters Peak, but it's time to go. It's time to head on back. I'm just making my way back down, and I ran out of water on the top of the East Twin Sisters Peak. So I forgot to fill the water bladder from yesterday. I still had a little in there from yesterday's hike, and I was like, oh, there's plenty. No, there was not plenty. It's just past 1 o'clock and we're back down. I can see the storm clouds are starting to roll in, just like the weather predicted. But this is done. Right around the corner is where my car is at, and that's also where the water is at. I'm back at the car and I got my water. I'm so happy. And that's almost gone now. I hope you enjoyed that hike. And until the next one, y'all, peace.